Hello everyone, welcome back to Perfectly Imperfect Designs. My name's Teresa, and today I'm going to be making a half wreath. And the supplies that I'm going to use, I have some eggs and some carrots here from the Dollar Tree from last year, but they have them this year. Any kind of Dollar Tree sign, I chose to use this one. An assortment of ribbon from the Dollar Tree. You can mix and match and use whatever you have on hand. Sorry. Pipe cleaners. The Dollar Tree does sell pipe cleaners, so you can get them there. And I do not know how many rolls of mesh that I'm going to be using for this project. So I'm going to start cutting my mesh at 15-inch pieces. Okay, and of course I forgot to say 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to have 3 bundles, 3 pieces of 15-inch mesh in every bundle. We may have to unroll and start a lot. We might have to cut and start a lot, but that's okay. It's going to turn out really cute. Sometimes it's easier if you just unroll this mesh so that it's not sticking to everything. Unroll it as much as you can. So I'm doing every other color. I'm going to throw them over the edge of my table. Pink. Like I said, I do not know how many pieces it's going to take, but we're going to cut the mesh and then get going with the project. Okay, I have all of my mesh rolled out. I have one. Now I'm going to start at the 35. I need them 15 inches, so I'm going to go to the 20. Okay, so I have that. And what I've done is just thrown my mesh over the side of the table. It really doesn't matter how you cut your mesh. This turns out to be really cute. And you can hang it between doors. I'm going to cut a few more of these, and then I'm going to see, I think we'll have enough. Each bundle will have 3 15-inch pieces of mesh. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take our Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath form. Cut this price tag off. I'm going to cut the wreath form right here and right here. I only want the bottom half of the wreath form. I only want these 3 sections. So let me find my wire cutters. So I'm cutting above this crossbar. It's really not that hard to cut. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm cutting above this crossbar so that we have a half of a wreath frame. Hope you guys can see okay. Let's do the same thing. Get our 2 half pipe cleaners out. Our mesh. The blue, and this was close to the roll, so it's going to curl up on me, but that's okay. And then scrunch it up the middle till you got a bow tie. And clip it. Again with the pink. And go in. And in. And scrunch it up the middle. Again, a bow tie. And the thing is, I'm not going to be putting these on top of each other, overlapping. I'm putting one right in front of the other. So, I kind of wanted to do that one different. I wanted this one to be pink, blue, pink. So, I'm going to change this up a bit and make two pinks and one blue. So, here's a pink one. Fold it in. Fold it in. And scrunch it up the middle. And you have another bow tie. So, pink, blue, right next to it like that. And pink. To tie these together and use the remainder for the frame. To be able to attach it to the frame. Like I said, twist the mesh. It's way easier. And I just think this is a more full look than rolls. It's just different. Something different than the rolls, the bow ties. Okay, then I'm going to take this one, and I have these two for the frame. And I'm going to wrap it around for the ribbon. We're not going to be putting ribbon in every one of them. And if I don't use it, I can just fold it down. I just want to make sure it's there. If I do choose to put ribbon in it. So wrap. I'm going to push this up. Going on the middle two rungs. Wrap it around there. And tie it on. That way it hides the edges of the mesh where it's being cut. Because they're tucked in. Now we're going to do blue, pink, blue. So I have this one. I'm going right next to it and putting this one right next to that one and putting this one. That way they're like this. And yeah, I'm going to put this on as we go. I'm not going to need nearly as many as what I cut. Oh, I forgot to put the ribbon pipe cleaner on it. Wrap that around and give it a good twist. And this is the one that's going to tie to the frame. Again, I'm only putting it on these two. And I'm sure I'm going to have a whole lot left, so I'll be able to make another cross. Let's see if we need another one on that. Yeah, we're going to put one more on this section. So that's 4 bundles for the first section. You want to kind of get this pipe cleaner pretty even because it's got to wrap around those 2 center rungs and twist the mesh. Now add our one for the ribbons if we decide to put it on there. Again, you are at Perfectly Imperfect Designs. My name's Teresa. Perfectly Imperfect is spelled perfectly, capital M, perfect. There is no I in the way I spell imperfect. It's just perfectly, capital M, perfect. Designs. That's how it is on my Facebook page and on YouTube. My Etsy page is Perfectly Imperfect, spelled the same way, US. By the end of the video, I will have in the description box the exact amount of rolls of deco mesh that I used, the amount of ribbon that I used, pretty much any questions that you may have. But if you do have a question that I'm not explaining to you, please let me know. Now this one is a short one, so I'm not going to use this one yet. And that one got the short end of the stick. Okay, this one's going in, and up the middle. I'll finish off this section right here, and then I'll probably fast forward the rest of the way so we can get on with the project. I mean, besides the fact that it's different in itself just because it's a half of a wreath. Okay, you guys, now that I have finished the half wreath that I made, I ended up having 4 bundles in each section, so that is a total, of course, of 12. And I'm not going to put ribbon in every one of them. I'm just going to fold the pipe cleaner down. At least I don't think I'm going to put ribbon in every one of them until I see what it looks like with every other one. I just don't want the entire thing to be covered with ribbon because I think the mesh is very pretty. So what I've done is I took a piece of cardboard and cut it to 10 inches. You don't have to have this. You can measure it with a ruler, or, you know, draw a line on a piece of paper and match your ribbon up with that. Just something so that your ribbons are the same. So I'm going to use this ribbon because it matches the bunnies and the mesh both. I'm also going to pair it with the blue ribbon because this is my favorite one. I love this. So what I'm going to do is I'll have to have, since there's 12, and I plan right now to do every other one, I'm just going to cut 6 of each ribbon. And again, this piece of cardboard is, the piece of cardboard is 10 inches long. So I'm just going to wrap it around. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 3 on both sides of it. Okay. Now I'm going to take these and dovetail the ends. That just means stack them together, fold them, and always cut from the folded line to the wire. Move this out of the way for a minute. From the folded line to the wire on both sides. Fold it in half again. You don't have to cut all of them at once. I'm just kind of used to doing it that way. Okay, so there's 6 of our ribbons. That way you know you have exactly 10-inch ribbons. Stack them together. Fold them together at the top. Just take them like this. Most of you probably know how to do this, but for those of you that don't, I'll just show it. Fold them together. Cut on the line towards the wires and at an angle. That way you don't have to worry about cutting your hand. Sometimes if you do it the other way, your fingers can get in the way. Okay, so I'm going to take both of the ribbons and I'll alternate one on top of the other for each one. Switch back and forth, which one's on top, which one's on bottom. So I'm going to take these line them up, fold them in half to lay them on the table, fold them up, gather them together, and put them in a tie. So, and we're not going to be using this pipe cleaner anymore, so I can cut it off. Spread the ribbons out. Wanting to show and look pretty. Okay, I'm going to cut this pipe cleaner off so it's not sticking up. Okay, on the next one, I'm going to put the burlap ribbon on top of the blue. Like I said, I really love the mesh. And we're going to have a bow at the top when we get finished with this. I'm going to put some little Easter eggs and stuff in this too, so I didn't want it to be overwhelmed with ribbon. I love ribbon, don't get me wrong, I have too much ribbon. But for this little project, I just didn't want to overwhelm it. So we're just going to do every other one, because I think that's cute. So, and see, this is what we're getting with having it this way. Enough ribbon, but still the mesh is showing. And I mean, you guys can do it however you want. You can put ribbon in every single one of them, or, you know, dress it up your style. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, skip one. That would be this one. I'm not going to go ahead and cut the every other pipe cleaner that's still on there without the ribbon on it, because when if I put Easter eggs down in there, it's going to stick to the pipe cleaner a lot better than it will the mesh. Okay, now we have the ribbons on. Now, like I said, I have these carrots that I've had from last year, carrots and eggs. And I'm just going to be placing the eggs down into the ribbon. I'm going to twist these and push them down. Alright, so now I'm going to start gluing the eggs. And we're only going to put these in the ones with the ribbon. Now make sure your ribbons are spread out before you put your decorations, of whatever kind of decorations you're going to be using. You know, you don't have to do this part. You can just skip the eggs altogether if you don't like them. I just thought they look pretty festive. Okay, in this sign, if you've noticed, there's two little holes in the bottom. You can do this with a drill if you have one. If you have an ice pick, you can put it on there and just hammer it into that. It's a very small hole. I probably should have made it a little bit bigger, but I didn't, so that's what we're going to be working with. I don't know that I want to cut this off totally yet. So I'm going to take two pipe cleaners that are the same size. Have this flipped over. Try to get it tied onto the middle rung. If you can't, just tie it to the outside. The outside rung will be easier to get to this corner. Twist. Make sure it's twisted on pretty tight. You know, that you twist quite a few times. Pull that up. Twist this one. Okay, now these are both tied the same. Now, flip it over. Take the sign. I want it closer, so I'm going to untie this. I've never made one of these before, you guys. I just wanted to make something using all Dollar Tree products. I have seen this done before, but not with Dollar Tree products. Mesh, everything. Okay, I want this closer to my half wreath. Yes. So I don't want the pipe cleaners that long. Turn it over. And make sure these pieces are the same length. Get it, as close as you can to the same. Now we're just going to take our pipe cleaner and wrap it around itself to tie it on. And as you can see, I just took it and wrapped it around itself. You don't have to twist the entire pipe cleaner around itself. You can cut it off after you get it pretty secure. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Okay, for the top, I want to make a bow. So let's go ahead and make a bow, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to the top. You guys make a bow however you can, or skip the bow altogether. You don't have to have a bow. Okay, we're going to use this ribbon and this. It's just what we have in our design that I've got going on here. Okay, with the easy bow, I'm going to make my tail about, let's see, 20, 30, about 12 inches long. Pinch it up. Put it down into the bow maker. Flip it. I'm going to make about 5-inch loops. So I go to the 5 on here, put it in, back in, twist it, make sure the pretty side's down facing the bow maker so that when you come up and around, the pretty side is up. Line it up again with the 5. Twist it. And try to make 2 loops on each side with this ribbon. Now I just have to follow the loop that I already have down there. I don't have to measure so much as long as I just put this one on top. Twist it so the pretty side's down, not facing up. Come up. Match it up with your existing loop. Well, I might even be able to get another one. Let's see how much ribbon I have left on this roll. No, I'm just going to put 2 loops on both sides with this one. I kept my tails about the same. Then put the blue one on top. Measure out my tail. Put an awful long tail on that one. But we're going to go ahead and do it the same. I remove the piece of jute out of the holes. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and put it through there. And just have, about an inch sticking out on the side. And I'm going to twist this on. Again, put it through there. Just about an inch. Tie it to itself. Let's see how our bow would look with it just like this. Guys, I think it's going to look fine. I may have to cut the tail shorter, but that's okay. Tie these to each other. You're not going to see this end because it's going to be covered up by the bow. So I am going to cut the tails a tad bit shorter because I don't want them covering up the sign. And then we still have to add our bunny tails. So it's not a whole lot shorter. Now I'm going to take this. So now we have our hanger that we made out of the 2 pipe cleaners. Take our bow, put it on there, and just tie it. Tie the bow to where you made the 2 pipe cleaners come together. I just think that's cute. Now, I've seen something similar done with this, like this. I've seen this project done before, not exactly like this, not using all Dollar Tree projects. The first person that I ever saw do it was Wreath Decor by Dawn, but she did not use Dollar Tree mesh, and she didn't do it exactly this way. Okay, so now we have that. Now for our bunny tails. Okay, when I bought this sign, it had little bitty bunny tails. I mean, they were very, very small, and I wanted a big bunny tail. So I bought this pom-pom, or this garland felt bunnies with pom-poms, which I'm going to use. They don't necessarily have to be facing backwards if I take their tails off. So there's quite a few in here. I just want the tail. And I'm going to be making another project with these. Okay, let's get our bunny tails glued on. Make sure it's straight. Much better. Any kind of fuzzy ball that you have could be the bunny tail. So now we have our tails on. Okay guys, I look a mess, so I don't want to be on the camera. And I will have a picture of this hanging up. But for now, this is the project. The bow. And it looks really cute hanging up. You could put more. You could put, Easter grass, anything you want to put into this to dress it up more. I just wanted to keep mine kind of simple. And I think it looks really cute. I guess I could have added more eggs. But like I said, you guys can do it your way, make this your way. I'm just giving you ideas. So I will get a picture of it hanging up. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I am going to be making my Dollar Tree, 100% Dollar Tree purple Easter cross coming up. I am live on Facebook every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And I put my videos over on YouTube along with the videos that I make for YouTube. Again, this is Perfectly Imperfect Designs, and it's spelled perfectly, capital M, perfect. There's no I in imperfect. So this was our project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know if you like this. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.